Hello, welcome to In the Studio with Bryant Thompson. This is Bryant, producer, songwriter, musician, and engineer, inviting you to join me on a musical journey. This series takes you behind the scenes of recording sessions with many world-class musicians and gets into Q&As on a personal as well as a professional level. I hope you enjoy the video. Leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe and click for notifications. Thanks for watching.
Growing up as a little girl, it was cool. I had two older brothers. My mom raised us with a village of other adults helping out. Let's see, I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I was any typical little girl growing up. Interested probably at an early age. I began piano lessons at 12. So I started kind of late. And I began playing for pay at 13. Kind of caught on a little quick, I guess. I don't know. My mom heard me picking up songs. I was maybe 11. I started picking up like Lean on Me. And she's like, one day she just walked in and she said, well, I've signed you up for piano lessons. She started next Tuesday. So I'm pretty cool, mild-mannered kid. I said, oh, okay. But ironically, the music is on my dad's side. But my mom drove that to become a reality. Love you, Mom. Thank you. The music is definitely my dad's side, more so. His oldest brother, he has a doctorate in, I believe, psychology. However, that's by day. He used to teach at a university. By night, he plays saxophone, jazz musicians. Pretty dope. Pretty great. So my siblings on that side, pretty musically inclined, I'd say. I think my mom had like a 45 of Natalie Cole. Stop laughing. So ironically, that's not where my name came from. But I used to listen to a radio, listen to the 45s or whatever it was, 70s, was it 78s, 45s? Why do I know that? Records, real records, vinyl records. And I think I said I wanted to be a singer. I remember saying I wanted to be a doctor because I thought I was good when I can get a splinter out of my finger at a little young age. So probably a performer, that was something I saw, but I didn't really know how to articulate. I remember saying singer, and I don't even sing unless I'm writing music and presenting it to someone else to learn for me. But no, I wouldn't even call myself a singer, not vocally. I am presently single, but I do date. I do aspire to be an awesome wife, mother. Real talk, like really, seriously. I want to. In a happy world, I don't know how happy that would be because I never had kids. So in a happy world, I want twins. Some girl and a boy, I want to like knock it out early on. I don't want wait till he's 4 and then have a little girl, or wait till she's 12 and then have a little boy. If it's, well, that's, I guess, relative. So if it's pretty interesting, I love reading. I'll watch independent films, like movies. I like the ones that kind of go to Sundance, not necessarily your most popular mainstream films. I like period films, like those maybe, started like the 1700s, 1600s. I like probably more of a romantic thing. I'm a romantic, hopeless romantic. That's what they call us. I have a few. One that's a period film, I guess would be based, it was based on a book written by Jane Austen called Pride and Prejudice. I think it's based in the maybe 17th, 18th century, maybe. I may have that wrong, or 19th century. All I know, they didn't have electricity yet. And I love, every time I go to the dentist, I ask them to put in Pride and Prejudice, not Pride and Prejudice, Devil Wears Prada. That's one of my favorite movies because Meryl Streep is one of my favorite actors. TV, I'm not really a TV person, but there are some shows I like Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David. He's one of my favorites. He's a co-creator of Seinfeld, the show Seinfeld with Jerry Seinfeld. That's Larry David. There's a show that was on HBO called Curb Your Enthusiasm. I like witty comedy. I love to watch sports, events. So I love fashion drama. Just kind of an array of programming. But I'm not really a TV watcher, if that makes sense. If I watch sports, it's more like debate shows or just specific games. If I have free time. At the moment, no, I also have favorite players. So my favorite player in the whole wide world is LeBron James. Hey. So now I guess, I love LeBron as a Laker. He's now on the Lakers team. So. Oh boy, why are you doing this to me? I love the Hawks when I was little, younger, when Dominique Wilkins was the main guy. Now it's kind of like they're still trying to do this rebuild, or what they call now reboot. Man, I'll check out Trae Young. I'll check them out. Jeremy Lin. I'll check out what's happening here. But you can't give me like Dominique Wilkins, Cliff Levingston. You gave me some different players. Spud Webb. I came up, seeing the greats. Can't really kind of just give me. I don't want to disrespect any $1 million making man, so I'll just say I'll stop there. Love football players. Yeah. I loved when Peyton Manning played. I got with Denver. I got with the Colts. He's one of my favorite players. One of my, I guess, most favorite football players, Randy Moss, wide receiver. So, like Randy Moss, especially when he was with the Patriots, when they tried to go for an full undefeated season. Didn't quite pan out. But I was, that was probably one of the earliest moments when I saw what it felt like to be a fan. Like, I really hurt. Felt a little hurt when they lost their Super Bowl to the New York Giants. I said, oh, this what it feels like? Oh, it hurt. Okay. My mom played gospel in the house, so I heard AM radio a lot. Besides the 45 and what I said, the 78 records, those weren't gospel records. But I grew up hearing AM radio, so I heard the James Cleveland hits, I heard Hawkins, I heard, Then I got a radio at maybe, between the age of 8 and 12. That was given to me by someone she's like my god grandma. So I would kind of get into music as far as listening. And I start listening to jazz. Just listening to, R&B, just various styles outside of, gospel. That's pretty broad. But my favorite singer of all time, I would say, is Ella Fitzgerald. One of my favorite musicians of all time is probably Chick Corea.
Okay, so that's one of your main influences, Chick Corea.
He meant a lot, or means a lot, because he's still with us. So Chick, thank you. I like his percussive style. You can tell he was a drummer, so I love drums. So I like I like his voicings, I like his technical aspect. So, a few of my songs on my upcoming album may have a little Chick influence, I'd say. I love his classical piano playing. I just love Chick. Wait, Korea. Make that clear. Armando Chick Corea. Anthony Armando Chick Corea.
Okay.
Probably I'll be a language arts teacher, social studies minor teacher, because that's what my degree is in from the University of Georgia. A middle school education, language arts major, social studies minor. So that's probably an easy guess. One that I didn't have to purchase. And it's the model of the year we're in. And I didn't have to sell my life or soul to receive it. That's my dream car. The brands I like, of course, I'm a Range Rover lover. I wouldn't mind my next car being a Jaguar, the SUV, maybe. God, if you see fit, I wouldn't mind that. Candy apple red, maybe, or cranberry red. Red is my favorite color. Yes. Earlier, I had a lot of Roland keyboards. Now, I have probably more Yamahas, like the multi brand, I guess. What do I have? I have a Roland 890. I have a Roland Module 1080. I have a Roland 1010. Right. Meanwhile, I said I use Yamaha. I have a Korg MS 2000, more of like a synthy board. Have quite a few controllers. Those are what I can think of right off. Mo X8, Motif, Motif XF6, things like that. What do I have? I have a few like orchestral programs that of course I can't think of the name right now. I have a few. Pro Tools and Logic are pretty much my main programs I use as far as DAW systems. But I also use Ableton. I want to get more into Ableton. I've definitely done a session with Ableton. I've done like maybe some services, but as far as just recording, I haven't really gotten into that yet. But I would love to expand my DAW user system friendly options. Learn the material will be number one. I'd say be prepared when you get there. Be timely. Those are probably my main points I'd give. I'd ask the producer or musical director and/or, what's the expectation? So you won't go in blindsided. So you'll kind of know, you may be able to prepare. Because you might think you're there to play drums and they might want you to play percussion. Or you might think you're there to play a certain type of drum and they may want you to play, I don't know, cajon. It could be, I may think they want me to play churchy organ. They may want more of a jazz feel. So I typically ask more questions. Or they may want a natural grand piano setting type. And you might not be that comfortable in natural grand piano. You might be more comfortable with your synthesizers. They're different. So I'd say kind of ask questions beforehand, so you be prepared. It's a chart reading session. What's the expectation? So, first project that I can recall playing on, I think I was 13 or 14. It was a church choirs project, and I was able to play 2 songs. I think one was called Everywhere. I know the words were Everywhere I Go, I Take Jesus With Me. And the other one, I'd have to kind of ponder a little more, but it was Mount Ephraim Baptist Church. And they let little old me play the keyboards or something. So that was pretty awesome. And I think Donald Vell was the guest artist from his DC area. He's no longer with us. He actually inspired me to begin playing the organ a few years later. So. Actually, maybe Darryl Coley, and same church. I think he came in for a concert. I don't know, work with, it's a pretty broad term. I played at a concert and it was a concert for him. And I don't really remember my age. I would say I was between 15 and 17. I think that was the probably more major that I can recall. Presently, Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and I'm on quite a few DVDs for the great Tyler Perry. Let's see. I'm playing organ on Avery Sunshine's latest album. I think the song is called Prayer Room. At the present moment, those are the ones I can think of right off. Touring can be great when you have a great group of people and promoters. I would say, take a sports term, system. If the system is pretty, like a clockwork system, it's great. If things aren't moving smoothly in that system, whether it be finances, it's probably a big challenge. Going to be a big challenge for you. Personalities, it's going to make it quite hectic. If you're on the road with people and you have to room with people technically on tour buses, you see them daily and you have a lot of personality conflicts, that'll make it a little challenging. And definitely a deficiency in funds will make people a little more uptight from, I guess, the areas where I guess the people who are paying. So to get a little tense or intense. So the pros, I would say, if you're in a great system where the finances are fluid, the people are great, personalities are cool, the music is great, it's nice circumstances, that's good. Cons, if it's not a good system, and financially it's challenging, and personalities aren't kind of being, I guess, how would I say it? You don't have a lot in common with your, I don't know, with the person you're touring with. It's gonna probably be some challenges. Okay, so my single that I have in all of the digital music outlets is called Worship and Praise. I wrote, arranged, produced, and I played various instruments with it. I'd say bass, we have Mr. Daryl Freeman. Drums, we have James Barrett. Percussion, we have Brian Andrews. Organ, me. Keyboards, me. Synthesizers, me. Some additional programming, drum programming, or loops. Percussion, me. Horn section, Good Times Brass Band. We have Mike Burton on sax. Melvin Jones on trumpet. And we have Wilbert Williams. Oh, I hope I said his name right. On trombone. Moses Stamez on guitar. I feel you're gonna get me caught up because we have some awesome vocals on it as well. So, pick it up, please do. Please do. iTunes, you can stream it. I'm not offended. I just want it, I want the music to be heard. Lead vocal, Ametria Doc. She's awesome. She's also a vocal trainer. She trains some of the best. And she's a sweet person. I like nice people, cool people. So thank you, Ametria. Yes, I'm currently working on my project as we speak. So preferably we can get that out before the year ends. I would say various styles. Think of yourself as turning the radio stations. You might catch a little R&B type song, maybe. You might catch a gospel Sunday morning song, traditional gospel. You might catch a straight ahead jazz tune, a little swing. You might catch, let's say, a little classical, little dab of it. I didn't go in classical mode. You might catch an organ solo here and there. I'd say, if you're serious as a, pursuer of music, go for it. As a parent, I'm sure it's tough when you have aspirations for your kids and they say, no, Mom, Dad, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'd say, continue to be supportive, but give them viable, options, and give them reason. Because these generations now, we call millennials, they ask questions. So you got to be prepared to ask, well, Mom, why can't I do this? Why can't I be a music producer? Just because your generation, you might have been told, no, you get a job with a 401k, you get a job with benefits. It may be a little tougher for you to picture someone stepping out on faith and pursuing their dreams, aspirations. And that's understandable, but I just think conversations have to happen. We have to be realistic. My mom told one of my brothers, she's like, I won't name the brother or the occupation. She told him, if you're not getting paid after a certain amount of years, that's a hobby, son. So I said, wow, that was really good, Mom. You need that tough loving. I would say to parents and the children who are interested in pursuing music or whatever profession, you got to be okay with no. You got to be able to have tough skin. You got to be able to deal with, personalities that might not click with what you've been brought up on thinking was okay. There may be alternative views on a lot of subject matters. You got to make sure you're okay. A lot of times you got to be PC. Might not need to post on social media, because I tell you now, like, that some people look at it, that's a resume. You might have gotten interviewed for a job yesterday. You don't even know it. You missed the job. You didn't get the job because you posted something silly. And just. So I don't know if I drifted off from the topic, but I would just say, remain aware, parents and children, and be very open and honest. If it's something you feel that you're led to do, then I say pursue. That's my take. I'm Natalie Ragins. The easiest I'd say is my website, www.NatalieRagins.com. Then you have my social media, Instagram, N as in Natalie, Ragins 1. Facebook, Natalie Ragins, I believe. Twitter, NRAGINS 1, N Ragins 1. Snapchat, I believe I'm N Ragins 1 or Natalie Ragins. Either you should be able to find me, Natalie Ragins, on any of them.